Manifesting your intentions or desires is not as woo-woo or cryptic as teachings like the law of attraction make it seem. It simply comes down to embodying a certain state of being or attitude. This is what it means to be a conscious creator of your reality. Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and in this video I am going to share with you 5 important but practical principles on how manifesting and the law of attraction work. My goal is to simplify how these ideas can easily be applied to achieving goals or creating any type of change or outcome you desire in life. So even if you are the biggest doubter of the law of attraction and don't fully buy into it, this video might just be for you. The first and most important principle that you must understand before you understand anything when it comes to manifesting is this: all outcomes in life are created by being in a certain emotional range. I'll say that again. All outcomes in life are created by being in a certain emotional range. And what does that mean? It means everything comes down to resonance. In other words, your emotional and mental energy need to be a vibrational or energetic match, or at least within the same emotional range of the thing or outcome you wish to bring into your life. If you only understand one thing about how manifesting works, understand that point. I've said this before, and it's not about the law of attraction, it's about resonance and emotional range. And every other idea or insight on manifesting, including the rest of the principles on this list, always will harken back to the idea of resonance. It's the most important principle to understand. Everything will always come down to what you energetically resonate with. I've written extensively on my blog about the law of resonance, so I will leave a link below for you to check that out if you want to learn more. But remember, it's about being within an emotional range. Number 2, so if you can't get into the exact emotional range of the thing you wish to bring into your life, the next best option is neutrality. And what I mean by this is suddenly changing your attitude from, say, negative to positive is sometimes not that easy. It's not like turning on a light switch over your whole neurophysiology. Telling yourself to be positive or think positive thoughts rarely works when you're stuck in a negative vibe. However, what you should really be asking yourself is, can I at least come to a neutral position? This is where mindfulness practice becomes so vital. Through mindfulness, we can simply observe our negative emotions and our limited states of being and bring them back to a neutral position without judgment. So any practice that involves using your mind always starts with mindfulness. And the goal should always be first to enter into a state of neutrality and not becoming some spiritual superhero per se. The third principle is this: short and sweet. You don't need to work harder to manifest. Manifesting is never about achieving more or doing more or working harder or pushing yourself to the max. In actuality, it's the exact opposite of hard work. More precisely, it's about letting go of all the ideas and beliefs that you unconsciously cling to. This starts with examining your beliefs about yourself and how the world works. However, keep in mind, it's not about actively letting go by exerting more effort. Force-feeding yourself or pushing yourself to surrender and let go actually creates the opposite of resonance. It creates a state of dissonance, because when you become fixated on needing to let go, you send a signal that something is wrong with you, and you begin to inadvertently embody this as your state of being. This is where mindfulness comes in. Once you can neutralize your limited thoughts and emotions, then the aim is to move into awareness, which is the subjective version of mindfulness. Through awareness, we recognize where we are in the moment at this particular point in our lives, and we make informed choices by asking ourselves a few questions. If I don't want to be in this particular state that I'm currently in, if I don't want to feel these emotions and have these thoughts, and I don't want to keep repeating the same experiences, then what do I want? What is it that I do actually align with? What is it that I resonate with? What experiences do I want? Number 4, and this is a big one. It's simple, we all heard it 100 times, but yes, you are enough just the way you are right now. Write it down in your journal, look at yourself in the mirror numerous times a day and tell yourself that you are perfect just the way you are right now. At certain times, life requires us to build a grander version of ourselves. However, most of the time in life, the real task is dismantling the conditions that prevent you from seeing your infinite nature and realizing your true potential. This turns life into a journey of revealing what already resides within you instead of adding something new. Here's a snippet from a poem I wrote a while back that echoes this idea. You are an infinite being, residing in an infinite universe, possessing infinite potential. You have the same energy that hung the stars in the sky and created worlds blazing inside you. Bottom line, once you recognize this, the only thing left for you to do is to start slaying ideas, beliefs, and circumstances in your present reality that stand in your way from embodying this truth. And that brings us to number 5, our final practical principle on manifesting. And the best way I could say this one, you need to flip that age-old paradigm on its head. And what paradigm is that? You need to go from that classic narrative in your head that says, once I get that thing or achieve that outcome, then I'll be happy and fulfilled. But instead, you have to allow your mantra to be, once I'm happy and fulfilled, then that thing or that outcome will come to me. This again is where resonance comes in. It's about the state of being you are embodying when you're chasing your goals. This doesn't mean you have to disregard your goals and desires, and it doesn't mean that you can't want things, but it also doesn't mean that you have to identify with your goals and desires. Again, emotional range. You can have all the desires and goals you want in life, but what is your attitude while you're pursuing them? Are you genuinely having fun? Are you playful and light? Or are you worried, stressed, and overwhelmed most of the time? Chasing goals from these states creates a feeling of lack, and in turn creates resistance, and only further pushes your goals away from you. With all that being said, can you pursue your goals while being playful, while being light, while having fun? Okay, maybe you can, but can you move to a neutral position like we mentioned before? So to recap these principles, the most important thing to understand is number 1, can you get within an emotional range of the thing you want to bring into your life? If you can't, that's totally cool, but can you move to number 2, a neutral position? This is where mindfulness comes in. Number 3, it's not about pushing harder, it's not about trying harder, it's about letting go of the limited beliefs about yourself. Number 4, we heard it a zillion times, but you must realize you are enough just the way you are right now, and you are worthy to achieve these goals and manifest these outcomes. And lastly, number 5, which harkens back to emotional range, achieving your goals is not about becoming happy and fulfilled once you get them. It's the exact opposite. It's about being happy and fulfilled and enjoying your life now, and then things in your outside world match that vibration. So I leave you with this. If you work on your own inner state of being and your attitude and how you feel and how you want to feel day by day, how you want to think, how you want to act, and how you want to feel, everything else on the outside takes care of itself. And that's what we mean when we say becoming a conscious creator of your reality. Thanks for watching. Much love.